Alright, I don't even know where to start. So, No Life King. We've all heard about it. We all don't want to get it at our Lapis rerolls. I know. But in this video, I'm going to attempt to revamp it. Not something plausible, but just something kind of fun, you know? So I'm going to break this video up into 4 parts. 1, why it sucks. 2, completely changing the enchant. 3, vanity. And 4, loopholes and fixing stuff. Like, with the buffs and stuff, you might be like, oh, but what if I do this with the enchant? Well, just shut up. If you want to know why No Life King is just trash overall, it's because of the fact that it doesn't even work what it's supposed to be for. So basically what No Life King does good for you is while it's used, you get passive health regen, which sounds pretty good, but the debuffs are that you have a permanently stained health bar while in the Atrian Luminant, which doesn't seem that bad, because like, I mean, who can't escape the depths these days? But then the list of just debuffs keeps on going. 2 times blood loss while in the Atrian Luminant. Imagine trying to boss raid with that, which I'll get to later. That is literally supposed to be the point of this enchant in the long run. And when you equip it, minus 100 sanity, which means you will immediately die upon equipping this curse in the depths. Why? I mean, it's named No Life King, sure, but come on. And you may be thinking, oh, well, at least it's a good boss raid enchant because of the health regen. The health regen was nerfed into the ground, and blood loss damage just absolutely sucks in boss raids. It doesn't matter how good you can be with that little bit of health regen, eventually you'll die to some bloodthirsty crazy slot sweat in the other guild, who's just taking your blood in huge increments, and you just get auto-gripped, and now you're stuck in the depths with tons of sanity lost and a really high possibility of dying. Now, don't get me wrong, there might be some people out there who are like, oh, I like No Life King because of the health regen. No, you don't. Stop lying to yourself. Sure, the health regen is good. The devs clearly were trying to make an enchant. They were like, oh, what if someone wants to raid a large group of people and we just give them a bunch of debuffs but health regen, so they just gotta make sure they don't get hit. It just doesn't work anymore. They nerfed the health regen into the ground. It used to be really good, but broken. But that's why I'm gonna fix it. That's why I'm gonna do something that's just really absurd. It's definitely not gonna make it in the game, but it's a fun concept. So the devs really wanted to make a boss raid enchant, which I can kind of see if that wasn't their intent. Well, it's definitely what I can see through all the debuffs that they gave it. But hear me out. I think it should make you a boss raid, but like only by yourself. To proc this enchant, you have to be by yourself, no guildmates in your vicinity, and 3 people from outside of your guild have combat tagged you. Now you may be thinking, oh, well, I need my guild. It's a boss raid. I might need some people to help me. No, you don't. No, you don't. This is for solo players. You are the boss raid. You need to fight people. It's basically a crutch for boss raiding. Now, you may be thinking, oh, well, this is a lot of work to just proc No Life King. What even does it do now? Well, this is completely ridiculous, and disclaimer, this is a video for fun. This would never make it in the actual game, but I'm gonna take the concept of boss raiding and just make sure it turns you into a literal boss. Boss bar and everything. So basically, on the top of your screen, there will be like a Dark Souls 3 boss bar with No Life King and then your Deepwoken character's last name. And you just gain a massive health boost. Like an insane health boost. I'd say around somewhere 100, 150 HP health boost. Now, I know this sounds ridiculous so far, but I'll get into the caveats in a minute. So basically, the other things, what happen, and this only happens when you proc the enchant. You become a boss, and you get health regen. Sorta in the middle of the new No Life King regen, and the old one where it was really insane. But you also have full insanity procced, and it slowly damages your health bar. And this is where the downsides kick. So basically, there are 2 other major downsides I want to talk about. Basically, one of them being, if you proc it, and a guildmate comes anywhere, like in your vicinity, in your build, like in like a bubble that the devs make to represent other people in your guild, if they come anywhere inside that bubble, you just lose 75% of your health bar and you revert to your original HP, and the enchant is completely unprocced. Like, this enchant will not allow anyone from your guild to come anywhere near you and you not be punished about it. Because again, this is a boss raid enchant, and by equipping this enchant, you are accepting I can fight 3 people on my own, and if you equip No Life King and still need 2 other people to fight another guild, I don't know what to say, man. Just go into some chime. I don't know. And basically, say you've lost like 50% of your HP, 25% of your HP. If your guildmate comes near you and you're low on HP and it takes that 75% away, straight to the depths, no questions asked. And of course, the other important thing is that you have only 1 life in the overworld at all times. Even when it's not procced, you have 1 life. So, you know, even if you get caught off guard in a 1v1, prepare to go to the depths. And I think we should keep the depths insanity killing you, because that only makes sense. It's No Life King, what did you expect? However, I feel like we should just get rid of the blood loss. I don't know why that's there. Sure, No Life King 2 times blood loss because 2 lives and you're getting hit in both lives. I don't care. It's dumb, and if it's a boss raid enchant, you shouldn't be able to get killed instantly so quick. And if you're stubborn about taking away the blood loss, then maybe with the passive regen, add passive blood loss. It's kind of slow. It makes your blood go up slowly, because blood doesn't really go down that fast. So maybe they could keep the 2 times blood loss and make it go up in slow increments, you know, to balance it out. Okay, so now let's get into the loopholes. So you might be thinking, well, what if you have No Life King and your guildmates are already with you, like it's a 2v3 and you get combat tagged with your guildmate near you? It just won't proc. If you have a guildmate near you, it won't proc with it for the next 10 minutes if they're outside of your little No Life King bubble. And again, it'll be like an invisible bubble, like depth spawning. If you're in a certain area, then mobs can spawn there. Like if you're in a certain area of your guildmates, then No Life King can't proc. Another thing you might be concerned about is like, will I get the debuffs when I have it not active? Yes, you will have 1 life in the Etrian Luminant. Yes, you will take increased insanity damage with it equipped. Even if it's not procced, you'll still take that insanity damage. Sure, you won't be maxed out on insanity like it maxes you out on insanity when it's procced, but you can still go insane pretty quick. Because I don't want it to be like, oh, I have No Life King equipped, I should just be immune to everything until I get 3v1. No, it shouldn't be like that. Now, for the vanity. The vanity is basically just how it's gonna look and what's gonna happen. I don't think I'm gonna talk much on what the vanity should be, other than when the enchant isn't proc, there's little sparks on your weapon, so you can tell they have No Life King, but it's not so apparent. But when you proc No Life King, you go in this animation where you get iframes, and then you do some, I don't know, like Dragon Ball Z Awakening, and then your enchant turns completely black, and then it's got the black flame effect that we all know and hate currently. So basically not much, but just something to make it seem like just a cool enchant that would raise its value a ton. Because again, it's one of the enchants that we all know and hate, so I think it'd be cool if it saw a revamp. Maybe not just like this, but if it just got buffed. Thank you so much for watching, and see you in the next one. Also, I stream every weekend, make sure to tune in.